Look, I'm taller than you.
That's why you did it.
You're right. First time ever.
That's how we're starting. Wet Your
Oh,
Whistle
my
Wednesday.
goodness.
Chuck is always like, why am I so small?
I had to stand up to be taller than you, and you're sitting down. It's just,
Oh my gosh, we're slap happy. It has
Yeah.
been a long day. You've been out cutting grass, haven't you?
I have. I've had a fun morning. When my wife and I took our side-by-side out on the back roads of Lake Sherwood with the dogs for about 3 hours a day. And then I came in and I cut grass for about an hour. So
It's the thing to do. They came and cut our grass today. I saw they were cutting Mom's grass. You're out cutting grass.
yeah, it's a
Someone else needs to do it for you.
grass cutting day. And the cat's sleeping over on the porch.
I love it. By the way, I want you to follow Defiance Ridge Vineyards online. And they were just talking about how this cat came around and now it's their cat. What's the cat's name?
Cheddar.
Cheddar.
Yeah.
Come see Cheddar.
Yeah. Cheddar.
Come have wine. Come have good food and see Cheddar. And then see Chuck. Chuck and Cheddar.
Cheddar's at home.
Cheddar is at home. What kind of food does Cheddar like here?
Oh, whatever people here feed him,
Mhm.
He gets primo food.
He's smart.
He quits. He's quit chasing mice, which is a problem, though.
Has he gotten chunky?
It looks like it.
Chunky Cheddar.
Yeah.
All right, folks, here's the deal. If you're just tuning in and you are brand new to our Wednesday afternoon segments, yes, we do 2 shows on Wednesday, one in the morning and then in the afternoon. So go ahead and do me a favor. They were doing it this morning and we had a ton of people on this morning. So do hashtag or at @ followers, @highlight, or @everyone, and have them tune in so they can find out about Defiance Ridge Vineyards, maybe for the very first time. If you've never been here before, go online to defianceridgevineyards.com and then click on that calendar of events. You can just kind of scroll around on the website and find out about all the wonderful events they have coming up.
A lot of events.
You just got off of a cellar dinner last night, right?
Yes.
How did it go?
It was great. We had some real interesting menu items. It's not every night you start off with lobster and kind of lobster mac type of thing, but it was lobster, pure lobster, and homemade pasta sauce is how you made lobster pasta. I'm sorry.
That's how you started?
That's how we started, and we went from there to Austria.
Oh.
And we had pork schnitzel.
Oh, wow.
And it was delicious, and we paired it with a Gruner and Gruner Veltliner, and it was very nice, and we went from there to Moroccan chicken.
Holy cow, you were all over the place. You traveled the world without leaving Defiance.
And we had an incredible Zinfandel with it. Nice pairings in, and that kind of spice was really good. And finished it with a beef dish with a great Aonair Cabernet.
Oh, I love Aonair.
2016, and had a 1991 port with some Stilton cheese and for dessert.
Wow. So how often do you do your cellar dinners?
We've been doing them once monthly. Usually we try to do them in the wintertime. It's just finding the time for us to do it is kind of tough.
Sure. So again, if you've never been to one or their farmhouse dinners or any big event that they have, you got to come. They really do it right. And we're sitting here in the area where maybe you've been to an event or maybe you've been to a wedding. They have this all opened up because it's stunning today, doesn't it?
It feels great.
After getting off of your lawnmower, I'm sure.
No, it feels really good. Nice breeze.
Yeah.
Our cypress trees are starting to come in a little bit.
You can see. Pretty.
Oh, they're so gorgeous once they
and the fountain's
running.
Yes.
We've planted a lot of new things, and vineyards are doing great. They're leafing, and they're out. As you can see, the smaller vineyard back has got probably 4 or 5 inches of leafing on it already. So
yeah, that's the fun thing. So I want you to come out here to Defiance Ridge Vineyards in Defiance, Missouri, and walk around the property. Have a nice glass of wine, do your tasting inside, maybe put your order in, and then take a little walk and see the property.
We have a lot of property to look at.
Yes, you do.
And it's fun. We have a huge garden on one side, vineyards, and we got the swans over who have 3 new eggs.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
How come I never see them when I pull in? I think they're always running around.
She's under the rock nesting, and he is a mean person right now.
Oh, he wants you to stay away from his babies.
He is. He's pretty mean.
They've got 3
shits and giggles.
Yep. I was calling out for him. I'm like, where are you? Well, okay, stay away.
Over there. He'll hunt you down.
Stay away from him. They've got duties to do. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, again, welcome aboard. Let us know where you're watching from. We are going to feature a blind tasting today. Though.
Well, it's kind of blind. It's kind of blind.
Or did somebody else pour them in?
Well, No, I poured them. I mean,
Okay, it's blind for me.
They're our wine and an incredible, very very expensive, probably one of the most expensive Sauvignon Blancs that
You've
in the
ever had?
world. Yeah.
Oh, in the world.
Yeah. I would say for Sauvignon Blanc, it's Sauvignon Blanc is a Bordeaux grape,
Yep.
and white Bordeaux consist of Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc and whatever. But this is grown in Napa, and it's a pretty it's over $200 a bottle
Holy Lord.
for Sauvignon Blanc, and that's Sauvignon Blanc is.
I don't think I've ever
they
seen
say
that.
is one of the cheapest wines to make.
Yeah.
White wines usually are. This probably has a little aging in oak on it, just a bit. And it's totally different from this wine, which is ours, and which I think is the best he's ever made. So
okay, so if you are
Murphy,
of course, if you've not been out here are the two wines that we're going to put up against one another. Again, one here from Defiance Ridge, and then the other Napa.
They're totally different.
What area in Napa?
Is off of Highway 29, just north of St. Helena, probably within a mile of the culinary school.
Okay. All right. So if you've been to Napa, maybe you've been there. 29.
They're both estate wines.
Both estate wines. So what does yours go for?
35.
35 against a $200 bottle.
225 that I found online today. This is 2018, and it's pretty nice.
2018 up against what?
2024.
2024. Why? Okay. Not why.
One's
wow.
fruity, one's ageable, really ageable.
And then for the wines that we're doing, what would you pair with these?
Our wine, I would pair spice all day.
He's talking my language.
Any white meat, pork. It's just it loves salt. So anything that's got a little salt in it will work fantastic with this wine.
Okay, so you know which is which, and he's kind of been pointing, so I might now know which is which.
Well, I was seeing which one we taste first. I wanted to taste this one first, but they're so different that this one's more New Zealand-like.
Oh, I love that.
And this is not. And this is really humongous.
Okay, so Jeannie just wanted to know, what is the name of your port?
Our port, we have a Chamberson port and we have a Norton port, or they're called dessert wines. Can't call them port in the U.S.
Right.
But they're one is Chamberson, and then we have a blend, and then we also have a tawny port.
Okay. So, Jeannie, are you watching from San Antonio right now? We're starting to get a lot of people from Texas, which I know will make you happy.
Well, I would do this, but I went to Baylor, so
So we're going.
I'll do this.
Yeah. What's that?
That's Sick 'em Bears.
Okay, he's giving me new signs. If you're tuning in, I don't care where you're watching from. Let us know. I'll look around at the other platforms in just a second. But we're going to Texas next week.
You're leaving next week.
We so wanted you and Michelle to come with us.
We would love to go.
You're going to a graduation, aren't you?
Her son's graduating a week from Saturday, and we're leaving on Friday.
So if you don't know, we are going to Fredericksburg, Texas. Have you been there?
I've been there. You'll love it.
Okay, 100 wineries, I'm told, are there.
Well, there's a lot. There's a whole lot, and there's some fantastic places and some great restaurants that go with them.
Yes.
The town of Fredericksburg is very cool, and you'll probably see lots of people.
So here's what we have planned since you've been there. We are staying in wine barrel cabins. Mm-hmm. So they're actually full-on wine barrels. That's where we're staying, by the way. Then we're going to Coordinates Winery. Have you ever heard of them?
I have not.
So that's on Main Street. That's where we're going to do the tasting room. But then they do have their vineyards.
Okay.
I guess what is it, 290?
290.
Wine 290.
Okay.
Like the wine regions area, I think, are all like 290. We're going to Hill and Vine, which we just secured this afternoon.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to the Pacific War Museum, which I hear is amazing.
It is. Are you going to go to Luckenbach?
I don't know that we're
20 minutes away.
I know, but the problem is literally we are cramming everything in 2.5 days.
But you being a music buff, you would have to go.
Luckenbach, Texas. Yeah, me and Willie and the boys.
Waylon and the boys.
I would like to. Are you the one that somebody told us that just outside of Fredericksburg that we got to stop into this like true ranch town area? I don't know. Darn it.
When we went, it was 2 years ago, about this time. It was in May, and it was very dry. I remember, but it's still.
You went this time of year because I was told this is when you're supposed to see the blue bonnets.
Oh, you'll love the blue bonnets.
Well, but they said that they're not really big right now because of the way the season's been.
Usually, I think they're in March and April.
Yeah, I think we're coming at the end of it, but
the
their peach
bluebonnet
festival's
still,
coming up in May.
You'll have the Indian war painted wildflower too. It's red.
Okay.
And I'm sure you'll see some of those.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. And just again,
beautiful sunsets.
That's what I heard. I
yeah.
saw that on some of the winery pictures. And then Caliche Coffee, Alla Campagna Restaurant, and Otto's. Otto's is true German. So I can't wait to hear about all the German.
Well, we were only there one day. We were in Austin and went down to the Eagles concert.
Oh,
and
cool.
Met high school friends. And so we just took an early morning drive and spent all day and had dinner in Fredericksburg at a winery that was outside on a hill.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So Jeannie did say she's watching from San Antonio. I love it. I love the fact that we've got a bunch of people. We're going next week, Jeannie, April 28th through May 1st. We will be all over Fredericksburg. So many beautiful wineries. Yes. Well, for those of you that haven't, Sweet Janie, we need you to come into Missouri and come to Defiance and then come to his winery, which is Defiance Ridge Vineyards. You've owned this for how long now?
This will be year 8.
Wow, already.
Yeah.
So Chuck and I have been friends for I don't even know, right? So he
Long
had
time.
He was with the winery
2009 or 10.
Is that? Well, it was definitely before we got married because he had us. Do you remember that, Mom? Mom's in the background. You had us come and stop and get wine barrels for our wedding.
You're right.
Which
I
were
remember
stunning.
That. Yep.
Yes. Yep. He's one of the hardest workers, by the way. So discover Defiance Ridge if you've never discovered it before. Jeannie, come on over, and everybody here locally, come for a lot of things. For great music, for wonderful wine, for camaraderie, for wonderful food. We're going to tell you about some wine dinners that are coming up, and I can't believe we're going to talk about this already because it's just kind of feeling like spring, but your summer concert series.
Oh, they start next week.
Yes, it's already summer.
We're going to miss the first one, but it's, we've got a great lineup, and I think we've sold all together nearly 4,000 tickets so far for all of them.
I love hearing that. I've got a lot of you Monica's Maniacs that have told me you're coming to the first one. That 80s band is half full?
It is probably a little bit over half full. The Voodoo band they're like 2/3 full, but
okay,
we got plenty of tickets.
Well, that's the Jimmy Buffett one, by the way.
We sell 700 tickets to each event, so we have plenty of tickets available.
Okay, before we get into this tasting, we're going to run through all of them for you. So it's kicking off with that 80s band. I told Chuck that our friend Dot Fleshman, her brother, plays drums for them. So you're going to be in for an incredible night. Say hi to Johnny. The Mighty Pines. What kind of music is that?
Mighty Pines, we used to have him when we were at the other place, and they play all over. And it's just good music. We had a friend that was in the group at one point. He's not now, but they play great music. I've heard them probably 4 or 5 times. Just kind of stuff that you know. Yeah.
Okay, and then this one sold really well because you got a lot of Pearheads out there.
Yep.
Jimmy Buffett tribute. Yep. And then it continues with Big Love. What kind of music is that?
I think that's more of the oh goodness, what's her name? Music, the blonde singer.
Taylor Swift?
No, the older from
Stevie Nicks?
Stevie Nicks.
Oh, look at me getting we're good. We should be in trivia together. Yep. Grand Illusion, a tribute to Styx. That's going to be amazing.
That will be fun.
That's actually, am I correct, Mom? Isn't that my cousin's band? Isn't that Eugene? Grand Illusion? Okay, that's our cousin. I did not know he was playing here. How fun. We got to get a big group for that one. Then the summer concert series, King of Pain, Sting, and the Police tribute. So it just continues with the summer concert series, but mixed into that, you're going to have the Cast Wine Dinner.
Cast Wine Dinner is on the 14th, and my friend Joe Falapio is flying in to talk about his wines. He makes wines for us and does a fantastic job. Joe's a great friend of won the Cardinals, the third baseman we just traded.
I'm not good at baseball anymore.
Anyway, anyhow.
That's one trivia we wouldn't win.
Not true. But anyhow, Joe's super. Will be in town that weekend for an event for the Cardinals too, I think, at tasting.
Okay.
But, he will be out here that night.
Very cool. So again, some really awesome things on the calendar, mixed in with a lot of other wonderful local bands that they have for you. So check out, again, DefianceRidgeVineyards.com and go to their calendar of events, and you can see their Sunday bubble brunches. You're open 7 days a week now.
7 days. Wednesday and Thursday nights, we're open. And
we closed it down one time, Mom, didn't we? With Terry Wakefield.
Yeah, that was the last.
I hate that we missed that. That was on the 15th, on tax day.
It was tax day.
We couldn't come. But how was it?
It was good. Terry is a great educational guy, and I think his chocolate talk can go right over a lot of people's head. It gets so scientific.
Yeah.
But no, it was a fun night. I think we had nearly 70.
Oh, wow.
That normally we have more because normally we have it around Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
But it was a fun night.
How many did you have last night for your cellar? Just under 30?
Just under 30. We only put 32 tickets out, so
you're almost sold out.
Yeah,
I love that.
we have it in the tasting room, and that's kind of a good limit for in there.
We love these dinners. And if you've never been, again, I highly recommend that you come. Okay, it's 4:16. If you're just tuning in, if you have any comments or questions, Andy would have loved the Jimmy Buffett one. Dang it. No, that's coming up. It's not. You didn't miss it. And it's not completely sold out just yet.
None of them are sold out.
So get the tickets for them. There you go. All right. So come on over. We got to go to Grand Illusion. So we're going to get a group of people. How did I not know that? That's my cousin.
I don't know.
Eugene.
I have no clue.
Yes. Okay. Well, now I know.
What date is that? That's on
let's go back to the Grand Illusion one.
That's the first one that we're going to be able to come to, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because you're so darn busy. That is, okay, here it is. A tribute to
24th?
Sticks on the screen for you right now.
Oh, it's the 30th.
That is Friday, May 30th. That would be a great time.
Yeah, that will be a great group. I hope we're here that day.
Sticks.
I'm sure we are.
If you're a fan of Sticks, by the way, come to that one.
Labor Day. That's not Memorial Day.
No, because Memorial is right before it.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big weekend.
Yeah.
The very next day, someone who is very near to so many people, Brian McKenna, who was tragically killed. His big day is coming up on May 31st. Yep. So we'll be out there for that.
Brian was a good guy.
He was amazing, wasn't he?
Yeah. He really was a good guy.
So his best friend Babs is going to sit down with me. I can't wait to do that next on Friday. No, sorry, on Monday the 5th.
Such a sad thing.
It's crazy, and I know it makes people like question faith, but the only way that we can get through it is to believe that the surgery he had coming up, maybe it would have been a long drawn out thing, and he would have been suffering. And I mean, I don't know. Otherwise, you sit there and go, "How in the heck is this possible?"
Kidding.
But yeah, so let's do that. Let's go to Grand Illusion on Friday here at Defiance Ridge, and then let's celebrate with everyone that loved Brian McKenna on Brian McKenna Day on the 31st. That sounds like a good weekend, right? Let's do that.
Big weekend.
Yes, let's do it. Okay, now time to taste the wine. That's what we're here for. That's what you're here for. You're just tuning in. It's time for us to do this again. Hey, I know we usually do it at the end. We're going to do it again. You're all ready for it? Because Chuck loves this. And you got to have the pop. Exactly.
Love the pop.
Okay, so are we ready?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Am I supposed to do this one?
Yeah.
I am supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just taste
Very
them together.
golden color.
They're both. The color is nearly identical.
One's a little lighter.
And this one's.
Or it appears. Is this the one you're drinking?
No.
Or no,
I'm drinking.
This one looks a little lighter. Are we correct in that? What do you think?
And that's the older wine.
This is the older one?
The Vignole is usually a dark golden color.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah, it smells incredible.
It's soft. All right, hang on. I'm going to cheers you.
It's so grapefruity and
cheers.
Kind of New Zealand style of a Sauvignon Blanc, even though it's not. It's a local grape.
I'm going to show these again to you. So we are drinking two different wines, tasting them. One of them here from Defiance Ridge, and then the other is 29 from the Napa region. And as Chuck said,
2019 from a vineyard called Vineyard 29.
Vineyard 29.
Yeah.
And I went there.
You did?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
It's really a cool place.
It's unbelievable. And we sat at this table with the most beautiful view.
Long wooden table.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yep.
And we bought some wine from them. And yes, it was expensive.
Yeah. It was very, once they get their hooks into you, it's tough.
I wonder if you set us up with that.
I don't know.
Because I don't know where I knew them from. I bet you did.
Well, they used to be Grace Family Vineyards.
Okay.
In the day. And then when Keith Emerson, when the family hired Keith Emerson as a winemaker, they moved and somehow Vineyard 29 evolved.
They were wonderful. But during the time of us, it was either when we went, no, because Mike and Michelle were with us. So it was in like 2018 or something like that. So Chuck did a wonderful job. Glenn over at Annie Gunn's. Mm-hmm. The two of you were working side by side going, hey, you got to go here. Let's get you in. So yes, we did.
Well, it could have been Glenn. I'm sure Glenn knows
maybe
that family also.
All right.
I've been there 3 or 4 times.
But you said you haven't opened one of these in 3 years?
No, it's been 3 years since I've opened this, and this wine. And it's
So this first one, just to be,
Hold on.
we're not doing a taste. Oh, you're making sure?
No, this is that.
This is that. If you're just tuning in, Chuck Gillentine, he's the owner of Defiance Ridge Vineyards. You got to come out here and check him out.
We get our minds.
Uh-oh. Oh, he knows by nose.
Hold on, I think. You need to taste the one that right now my nose is messed up with smelling too much.
Okay, so one of these is a Vignole, and one's a Sav Blanc.
One is Vignoles, and Vignoles is basically the white state grape, if you want, because it's 39% of the white grapes in the state are Vignole. Is that a kind of New Zealand style?
Yes.
Okay, so that's Vignole. And this is our dry Vignole. Most wineries in the state make it a little sweet. And
this one's really sweet smelling. I think this is your Sav Blanc.
You mean the Vignole?
No, I'm sorry. Between the two wines we're doing, I think this is the Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay.
Did you know from a color standpoint? Because this is a little golden.
To me, they look.
Well, that is the same. Like. That's different.
Well, that's Vignole.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was right. Look at me.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at this.
Look.
Here, hey, watch this. I'm going to put them up against you all. What do you think? Do you think they're similar in color? It's probably not going to show very well on here, but this one looks a little lighter to me. That one looks a little more golden. Do you see that?
This is fresher.
This is sweet.
This one was just bottled.
This one was just bottled?
Yep. 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Thank you, Chuck and Monica. Cheers. Cheers, Jeannie. What are you drinking, by the way? I need to come to one of these so I can get educated more. You all look so professional at this. Well, hey, a lot of times, and that's why I don't do good at blind tastings, because I don't have the palate that this man has. But I can tell right now.
This is a great wine.
This is your. I haven't tasted it yet. This is your Vignole.
That's the Vignole.
Mm-hmm. There's a bride here, by the way. I think she's looking, or I saw somebody in a.
Yeah, I think they've been walking around checking everything.
Checking it out. Okay, so this one.
This is a Sauvignon Blanc, and this one, I mean, it's got all kinds of flavors in it.
You all need to come out and do this, by the way. She said, "Yeah, me either. I'm good with a box." No box wine. Hey, you know what? Let's talk about that though. So box wines that are screw tops, all of that was taboo for a long, long time. Do you think it still is?
No, or they're not. Okay. Box wines just make it a lot less expensive too to make, and they make some pretty good box wines. I don't buy them. Yeah. I mean,
is it because of the aesthetic aspect of it?
I think the price of bottles are so expensive. Have gotten and the cork is so expensive. I mean, before you even put juice in the bottle, you got in some cases $3-4 cost already.
Right.
And that box wine, you probably got 20 cents in.
Yeah. Right.
And that makes a big difference, especially for a everyday wine made in California that is their juice cost is maybe $3.
I just love the fact that. I don't know how many years ago it was that there were all these stories in the news about, Napa Valley's now got wines that are not so taboo and they are screw caps. Now we're doing box wines and they're doing them in Napa. And all of a sudden people are like, oh, okay, I can drink that. So it's all in a prestige thing. Don't you think?
It's a prestige thing. Yeah. I mean, the screw caps are, we do everything screw cap except for our Norton. Mm-hmm. We do put it in cork, but they're just for the amount of people that we have on the weekends. It's just, I would never go back to a cork.
A cork.
It takes 2 seconds, up to 30 seconds to open a bottle.
Jenny just said, see, Monica, my boxes are fine.
Well, most of your box wine is going to be, non-oak wines, white wines, but probably maybe some lower end Merlots and Cabs that are grown in maybe Lodi or something like that. They're hot weather wines that create a lot of juice and
well, you have to keep up with I don't want to say fads, but it would be interesting to see all of the cans that are out there doing the wines, right? And all these spritzers.
Our bottler in Paso Robles, most of their business is cans.
Is it? Wow. Yep. It's amazing how it's changed so much.
Canned wines.
Yeah. Canned wines, and then you have all these different beers and you name it. Everything's in a can now.
And soon, who knows what will happen with it.
I was just going to say, if you can...
Bottled water's bad for you now.
Right, so. Right. And it's like, what should we be in? Just pound me a glass, Jeannie said. Yeah, right? with you being so deep into the industry, what are you hearing that's on the horizon that maybe you could tell us in the next few 5-10 years?
Well, I can tell you that we have a strong U.S. wine industry, and the
Yep.
fact that we produce a lot, um, it makes it a place where you can buy, good wines without going overseas.
Yep.
And you don't know how long this talk is going to go.
The tariffs? Yep.
Hopefully, it will play its due and everything works out. But I got an email yesterday from Riedel on their increases for glassware.
Oh.
I mean, I just bought, thank goodness, but still, it's 20-25% more after a certain date. And luckily, we have great wineries in the U.S. that
We
make
do.
great wines.
And we need to support the USA. I mean, that's the whole
It's going to
thing.
raise prices of
Yep.
bottles and
Yep.
corks again and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Because most of the bottles are either that we use are Mexican.
Yep.
And then of course China brings in. There's a
Yep.
ton of bottles comes in from China also.
Yep.
I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Jeannie just said she's drinking, which is, honestly, Jeannie, because I know you're new to the Wet Your Whistle Wednesday from San Antonio, Texas. You're drinking one of his favorites. Jeannie said she's drinking a Pinot Noir right now in Texas with you.
Well, Pinot Noir is my favorite red grape.
Yes.
By far.
Yep.
But going back, Trump owns his own winery.
Yes, he does, and it's
huge.
good.
And it's good, and they do everything, and he doesn't drink. It's kind of weird.
I didn't know that. My brother told me that, but yes, for one Christmas, somebody got me these smaller bottles, both of a red and a white, and then also a champagne. Or I can't call it champagne.
So I mean, he produces a lot, especially right now. I would think that his sales have gone up tremendously, and so they got to buy bottles too.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh.
Where are you guys at on the property? I love this backdrop. It's so pretty. We're inside where a lot of the weddings and the events are. Did you say 300 people fit in here? Three or more?
We can fit more. But 300 is fairly comfortable.
So you've been here. So when you walk in, they've got the tasting room area, beautiful seating there. There's a fireplace, a see-through fireplace that comes into where this space is, and then a gorgeous, huge fireplace as you walk down here. Let me see if I can do this. All right. Here you go. For those of you that have never been here, there's a fireplace right there, all the way down. And then let me turn it back to us. We have this open air. So they just opened this up. And then what you're seeing behind us is, let me raise it up, is the property. Okay. So if you've never been here before. Highway 94. Right. So Defiance, Missouri. And Jeannie, I don't know, have you ever been to Missouri, by the way? St. Albans is stunning. Yep. If you've never been, you got to come into our area. You said that's your favorite? Yes, absolutely. So again, welcome to all of you that are watching, whether you're watching live or you watch us a little bit later. That's good as well. This is the time that we were all getting ready for Ruby Lee last year.
It was, and I saw her last with Clint Black.
Oh, I know.
We were on the front row.
You were?
Yep. And I talked to her dad.
Oh, good.
And he said, "Oh, I remember you." He was in his
just
overalls.
like that, in his overalls.
Yeah. And she was fabulous. She really doesn't need a microphone.
No, I know. She's got such projection.
I mean, her in her solo stuff that she's done at Like a Rose, was beautiful. I mean, she performed that. She did everything by herself.
For those of you that don't know Ruby Lee, you got to look her up. She was obviously on The Voice. She's become a dear, dear friend of ours, and we actually surprised him this time last year on one of our Wet Your Whistles.
Sure did.
It was so cool because she was playing for all of you and taking request after request, and then she was here performing, and now she's doing amazing.
Well, that's great because her music is. She's got it all. I mean, anybody that can handle the guitar like she can also.
And she's self-taught, and there's nobody in her family that has the musical
amazing.
background. That's what I love.
She's so cool on stage.
Yes.
She did a nice job, and the family arena was full.
I'm happy to hear that.
It was fun.
We
had a really good time.
She's done really, really well. And I love the fact that so many haters are out there. And we do this in life coaching. We do this when I do my shows in the morning. Let them watch you succeed. Let them hate on you. She has a shirt that says professional karaoke singer, because that's pretty much people called her. They're like, you're just a karaoke singer.
I don't get it because she's very talented.
Oh, yeah, but they're jealous.
I mean, we saw a lot of good music that night, and her vocals are better than any of them.
I agree. And Clint Black's amazing.
Well, Clint Black is amazing, but Clint Black is also, he's 60, what,
Mhm.
3, 4, 5 years old too, and that makes a big difference. But he did a great job. I mean, he's a funny guy,
And he's a
and
class act.
yeah, very class act.
I'm going to tell you a story
Yeah.
about when I used to work in country radio, and we went down to Nashville for the CMA Awards, and we would always be there about 3 or 4 days early. We would interview the stars that were huge and then the up and coming. And they were like, well, if you want a Clint Black or a Toby Keith or a Keith Urban, right, you got to interview all these other ones. So we probably interviewed 60 people over 4 days, and some of them would air, others we would hang on to, and then all of a sudden we'd realize, oh, wow, they're really doing great. Now let's put this interview in. Well, Clint had us in, and I walk up to him. He had the longest pinky fingernail
Really?
playing the guitar.
Oh, I would.
But originally I was like, hey, you forgot to cut that one. He's like, darling, think about it. I'm like,
that's my
that's
deal.
my go-to,
Yep,
right?
Yep. No, he was good. He was fun, and he played straight hour and a half, and it was fun.
I love it. I love it. Again, Ruby Lee is incredibly talented. We got to get her back on the show. I haven't been to Missouri. I actually need to sign off in a few. Oh, we're going to miss you. Our tradition for 50 years is red wine Wednesday and pasta night. Oh, I like that. You got to come to St. Louis, Missouri, though, and come check out Defiance Ridge if you can. Let's see. Looks like you're high up. Yes, we are. We are up, not like way up, but
Nope.
We are up, and then a lot of people gather over.
That's floodplain right below us.
Yeah, but I love the fact that it doesn't affect you. Like,
No,
you're up on the hill.
We're safe.
Yes.
All the rains down the street that got affected a little bit, but we never get affected.
Again, it's been a crazy spring for sure. Okay, before we wrap up, again, I want you to know about the wines that we're talking about today. One of them, and I want to know which one is your favorite, by the way. One of them is the Vignoles, right here from Defiance Ridge Vineyards, and then
if you're a Sav Blanc type of drinker that loves stuff that comes out of New Zealand, our Vignole is amazing.
Yep,
it's fruity. But this is a very well structured wine.
This is yours is a 2024. You said
ours is 2024.
And what is it called? Heath.
Heath was our swan.
Yes,
that passed away.
Yes, so now this is in his honor.
We left the label on, because Heath needed to be part of our history for sure.
So if you want to try what we're trying today, come in and ask for that. This Vineyard 29 Sauvignon Blanc is what we're pairing it up against, and your favorite between the two is your Vignole.
Yeah, I like the Vignole, but I tell you what, this is an incredible wine. I mean, for pure white wine drinker that loves Bordeaux wines,
yes, I would agree with that.
This is actually pretty darn amazing.
And I'm actually glad, because Jim always goes, are you ever going to open a white wine again? I'm a big red wine drinker, but I used to be only white wines.
Well, I love Vignoles. I love not over the top Chardonnays. I do really like Vignoles. I'd like this wine. This is a great wine.
I like Vignoles. Jeannie, once again, thank you. I really enjoyed wine pickup tomorrow at Grape Creek. I was told about Grape Creek, by the way. I don't know if you've heard of them. Grape Creek, I was told about from your Convention and Visitors Bureau. I also was told about, is it William Chris Winery? Are you familiar with them? William Chris?
I am not. So we were there one day, and we went to 4 places in one day, and it was a high school friend has a limo service, and he took us all over the place. And
what can you tell me about Texas wines?
Well, I will tell you that you will be very impressed with the whites.
Oh.
And the reds, or there's the Spanish reds.
I like Spanish.
And you will like those. So most of the grapes come from the hill country.
Okay.
Come from around Amarillo and Lubbock area, the plateau country. It's a very dry, great growing season for vineyards. So a lot of the grapes come from there, especially on the red end. You'll have some Cabernet, but the Spanish grapes are what I was really impressed with.
So like a Tempranillo?
Tempranillo for sure. There was we had one place, we had a Sangiovese that was very caramely, lighter, and with a finish that went on forever. And I bought some. It was called Allure, I think. Allure. Allure.
When we had
there was a place called Pebble Beach to Pebble Rock. I'm sorry, Pebble Rock.
Pebble Rock.
Yep.
We had the Wolcott family that has They own the wine barrel cabins that we're staying in. And when they said there was 100 wineries, Jim, my husband, looked at me and he goes, "They grow wine in Texas? Are they growing wine in the desert?"
No,
he was so
wait
confused.
Wait till you see the area. It's a great region to grow wine.
I hear it's very charming also.
Yeah, you'll love it. Fredericksburg's very, very cool.
So you're going to go, because I'm told that we are going to have to go back because there's way too much that we're trying to see in 2.5 days.
You always do that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just tough. I mean, we wanted to go to this, so that would have been fun.
I know. But well, we're just going to have to make it happen again.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, Defiance Ridge Vineyards. We showed you a lot of things that are going on today. She's laughing. I thought you were leaving, Jeannie. See, you can't leave us, can you? Every Wednesday we do Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. It's every other that we're here with this man right here, Chuck Gillentine, owner of Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Go to defianceridgevineyards.com. Check them out. Maybe discover them for the very first time. Open now, 7 days a week, and later for you if you want to come in and do a little happy hour or do dinner, because they have fabulous food, by the way. And then maybe time your trip into St. Louis and come down to 94 and take our own wine trail, because there's a lot of incredible wineries and they all lift each other up, which is what I love. Oh, don't worry, Chuck. She's leaving me also. I did not want to. Jenny is not able to go with us.
Oh, no.
Hey, it's her own fault.
Oh.
Tell her to pull the trigger.
Well, I mean, I feel badly too. I mean, I really wanted to go, and
we're going to make it happen.
Actually,
let's just say this, because we're going to manifest this. Chuck and I have been talking about getting a group together and going to Napa.
That's true. We have. And
so maybe you go to Napa with us, Jenny.
When that we got to start working on that if we're going to do it.
Yes. All right. We will.
Maybe.
And before we wrap up, do you still have tickets left for the river cruise going to Paris, going to France?
You know, I'm sure there's some left. I think we've sold 19.
Oh, good.
Which is a lot.
Yep.
And we booked our flight about 2 weeks ago, and I was told yesterday we should be flying through DFW instead of Newark, and I'm going, I don't know.
Exactly. Just get me there.
Is booking.
They're going to Normandy, by the way.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Is that the thing you're most excited about?
I am. I mean, we're doing a cruise in July that starts in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and ends up in Paris, down the Rhine. And that's through one of our suppliers, actually, that makes our sparkling wine. But I'm really looking forward to this other cruise, because I just, I've heard nothing but such strong emotional things about that.
Yes.
And I've always wanted to do it and see it. And
Jim said
I have a couple uncles in there too. So,
oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be even more emotional.
Yeah.
Jim's like, wait a minute, because I told you I was going to try to take my mom to it, and we can't work it out. He surprised me with a trip to Maine. I told you that, right?
Yes, you did.
We're going to Maine for our anniversary.
Do you know where you're going yet?
I don't think he's even planned it yet. He just said we're going to go.
Well,
you and him can talk.
Let's go to Bar Harbor. You'll love Bar Harbor.
Bar Harbor. That's where we're going. All right, everybody, we're going to wrap up. We're going to let you go enjoy the rest of your afternoon. If you're in our immediate area, get outside. It's stunning. And you're open until what time tonight?
9:00.
So, hey, why don't you come here for dinner at 8?
Yep.
Kitchen closes at 8. So if you're spontaneous, come on over, sit outside, enjoy this beautiful view, enjoy the beautiful weather, and wet your whistle. Have maybe what we were drinking. Maybe you ask for.
Have some Vignoles.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
2024.
Just about everything on our menu. Just about fried chicken night. It's great.
Tonight's fried chicken night?
Yeah,
Mom, we might have to get some fried chicken. Mom had meatloaf. Is that what you had? No. You had
take some fried chicken.
Pot roast. She had pot roast when we were here last time.
I think I'm going to take some fried chicken.
All right. Jeannie still stayed on, even though she was supposed to get off. You as well. Sparkling the best. Oh, you're from New Hampshire. That's where Michelle is from. Thank you for your beautiful Wet Your Whistle. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We will be back with Chuck.
Cheers.
And I'll be telling you all about Texas when I see you next.
Yeah, sick and bears. Yeah, I say hook 'em horns.
All right, everybody. Okay. Go Wet Your Whistle. Have a great one. Love you all.